Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and I would like to welcome you to day one of the third annual Little House Readathon. 155 years ago today, Laura Ingalls was born to Charles and Caroline Ingalls just outside of Pepin, Wisconsin in the big woods. And we are celebrating today by starting this 4-day readathon where we are going to be reading anything by or about Laura Ingalls Wilder. You can choose literally anything that fits that criteria. So I thought I would start the readathon off with showing you what I'm planning to read. Now, you may realize it looks a little dark. That's because I'm filming this the night before, because by the time you see this tomorrow, I will be on my way to a very large book sale that I am super excited about. But I will be listening to some audiobooks, and before I leave, I will crack open some books, and I want to show you what I'm planning to read over the next 4 days. So I already mentioned a couple of these in my my February TBR, but I didn't show you everything. One thing we talked about was our group read. So my co-host, Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf, and I are reading this, and we are hoping that as many of you who would like to will join in. And this is On the Way Home. It is Laura's diary from when her and her husband Almanzo moved from South Dakota to Mansfield, Missouri. And I am super excited to read this again. I was probably a teenager the last time and only time that I ever read this book. It is very short. I hope you can get your hands on a copy. And if you don't want to read this, or if you've read it recently and don't want to reread it, I still hope you will join in on our discussion, which will be Thursday evening. It will be a live stream here on my channel, and the time will be 9:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and then you can figure out the times in between. But and if you are on the other side of the world, I hope you will join in, and if it's the middle of the night, I hope you'll tune in and watch after the fact. So On the Way Home by Laura Ingalls Wilder is our group read. And I've also got another large book that I'm planning to start. I know that I will not finish it, probably not even this month, but I am going to get started on this. This is Pioneer Girl, and these are the notes and writings that Laura originally wrote, I believe, before she decided to turn her memoir into children's books. And I am super excited to read this, and I know that I'm gonna really enjoy it. So on audio, I've got a couple of books that I would like to get to. First and foremost, I had said that I would like to read some memoir by some of the cast of the Little House on the Prairie TV show. And the one that was most easy for me to get a hold of, because my library has it in physical form and also the audio is on Hoopla, is one that I'm not going to read or say the entire title. I'll let you see it, but for reasons you'll understand why. But this is by Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie Oleson in the Little House on the Prairie TV show, and the subtitle says How I Survived Nellie Oleson and Learned to Love Being Hated. So I have heard her speak about this in various interviews, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. She seems like a very fun person, and nothing at all like the character of Nellie Oleson. And I can imagine as a child that it would have been very tough to be one of television's most hated kids in that era. I am about the same age as the children who were children then in that show, and I can tell you, I did not think very highly of Nellie at all. So I think this will be a very interesting book to read, and I am really looking forward to it. So probably one of the videos that I bring to you later in the week will be a review of this book by Allison Arngrim. If I get that done and still have some audiobook time, I have this book, I believe, on Scribd, available on audio. This is The Wilder Life. It's by Wendy McClure. It says, My Adventures in the Lost World of Little House on the Prairie. I really don't know what this is about, except that it relates to the Little House books and Laura Ingalls Wilder. So I'm looking forward to reading it. I ordered a book on eBay that has not arrived yet, and it's by Susan Wittig Albert, and I believe I can get this on audio as well, although I'm not absolutely certain, but I'll put a picture here. It's called A Wilder Rose, and it is a story about Rose Wilder Lane, who was Laura Ingalls Wilder's daughter. So I would love to get to that. A couple of other books that I have as potentials. The very first book in the Martha years by Melissa Wiley, Little House in the Highlands. This would meet a prompt in the Library Love Readathon, except that I didn't get it from the library. I own it already, but I got it from my own personal library, so, you know, I think it could still count. And another book I've actually already started that I am planning to hopefully be finished with soon and review for you this week is the Little House Cookbook. This is by Barbara M. Walker, illustrated by Garth Williams, because it has original illustrations from the Little House books in here. And I am about half done, so I'm looking forward to telling you more about this book at some point during the week. And that is about it as far as what I think I could get read or potentially read in the next 4 days. Now, I'm certainly not going to get all of this read, but these are my pile of possibilities, as they say. So I hope you have something fun to read. Let me know in the comments below what you are planning to read this week. Even if it's just one book, that is certainly fantastic for you to pick one book that is by or about Laura Ingalls Wilder, or the Little House on the Prairie TV show, or even one of the locations where Laura lived as a child. So whatever you think, it's all fair game here, and I hope to see you a few times in between now and then, but definitely be back here at 9:30 Eastern Time on Thursday night for some Little House trivia. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.